Hey guys, welcome back to a semiconductor update. Today I want to take a closer look at a few semiconductor and tech companies. We're going to look at AMD, Nvidia, Tesla, Amazon, and Intel, showing kind of recent updates in more the semiconductor market, also the AI market. So before we get started, I want to start taking a closer look at price point. We can see it's been a pretty red day for the tech market. AMD sitting roughly at $96 right now. If I may say, AMD is probably one of my favorites in forms of growth and valuations at the moment. Nvidia is sitting closer at $419. Tesla sitting at $244. Amazon is sitting at $126, down roughly 4% on some FTC news. I don't want to cover that today. Like I mentioned, I really want to more cover things like in the AI market, in the semiconductor market. But Amazon is another one that's looking pretty attractive in my mind. Intel is down a nice amount from its peak. It was over almost $40 or over $40 a little over a month ago, I believe. Now sitting at $33.83. Intel's looking interesting, but maybe I'll wait for this to go below 30. So let's start off with the first type of news that I have. So there is kind of this LLM startup that did come out with the tweet, and Lisa Su from the CEO of AMD also kind of responded, but they do mention, hey, big secret. We've been running on AMD Instinct GPUs in production for over a year. They are thrilled to now partner with AMD to offer GPU enterprise LLMs.
Finally, I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and check out fool.com/Jose for the 10 best stocks to buy now. With that link, you get a promotional offer for the subscription service. Now, let's continue with today's episode.
So if we take a closer look, it does seem like one of the CEOs of this company is excited to announce a huge secret with Lisa Su. It has been built that Laminin AI, I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that name, has been building LLMs on AMD GPUs in production for over the past year. They made running LLMs on AMD super easy and a highly competitive option through their LLM superstations, available now at 10 times lower cost than cloud. So this is more of a startup company, but it's pretty interesting to see kind of these AI startups and a lot of these semiconductor companies kind of partner up one way or another, or maybe invest one way or another with a lot of kind of maybe these AI companies to really showcase the strength of their semiconductor solution. Again, the real main product here was kind of showcasing that they have been running on AMD Instinct GPUs over the past year. Here we can see an image. It does seem like they're running AMD Instinct Mi200 right here. So pretty interesting. It just goes on to show that, hey, look, AMD also has AI solutions, even though we don't hear about it too much. Again, I want to say we haven't heard too much of the Mi200 or the Mi250 from top players. We're usually only hearing it from startup companies, and sometimes, unfortunately, because they might not be able to kind of get the H100 or other products out there, especially because of the huge backlog that Nvidia has. Overall, it is kind of a nice bullish trend for AMD. Not something that, in my opinion, would move the stock price, but good to see the AMD Instinct Mi200 being used for AI solutions. Now, kind of continuing here in the AI market, I want to take a closer look at Amazon next. Before we go any further, guys, I do want to say thank you for the support. We just hit 28.1 subs in the channel. I'm trying to hit 30,000 by the end of the year. So if you haven't, make sure to hit the thumbs up. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. I do have a master's degree in electrical engineer. I do a lot of research on the semiconductor market. So I do have exclusive videos about the semiconductor industry. Click join to learn more. If you want a special offer, check out fool.com/Jose, free newsletter at josenajarro.substack.com, free semiconductor news at semiconductorwatch.com. Amazon, this was yesterday on Monday, Amazon mentioned that they are investing in an AI company called Anthropic. So Anthropic is a designer of this pretty cool LLM called Cloud, and it's definitely very popular. So they do mention that AWS will become Anthropic's primary cloud provider for mission-critical workloads, providing team with access to leading compute infrastructure. And this is what we're seeing globally right now with all the big cloud players. They're either creating or partnering up with a big LLM company. We see Microsoft do it really well with OpenAI. Google kind of went their own way and created their own solution. And we can see Amazon is trying to kind of follow Microsoft's way and focus on investing and partnering up with a player. One of the important things is this does show Amazon and their strong silicon solution. Amazon is the developer. They develop their own silicon solutions for their data center infrastructure. Two of their pretty popular chips for the AI market are the Trainium and the Inferentia technology. Right, Trainium is to help train LLMs, Inferentias for the inference of these kind of AI workloads. So this is going to continue to showcase that, hey, look, if you're out there, if you need clouding solutions for the AI market, Amazon has not only the Bedrock solution, which is their kind of AI platform, but they also have the hardware that can probably be the best price to performance compared to what else is in the market out there. So I do believe this is a great news for Amazon. I do believe maybe Amazon was lacking a little bit with AI partnerships to some extent, and I do believe this is going to kind of push it a little bit closer to this AI battle with Microsoft and Google. Now focusing in the other three topics, Nvidia, there are reports that Nvidia's B100, which is their next generation data center CPU, is going to come out in the fourth quarter of 2024, and it is going to be built on the 3 nanometer process by TSMC. There were some reports and maybe speculations that, hey, look, it might be going to Samsung. But I mean, again, no confirmation yet. This is based on insiders, but I do believe the H100 is coming out from TSMC's 5 nanometer line. I don't see why Nvidia would shift out, especially if TSMC, if they have some great partnerships with TSMC. So it was expected that the next generation would be on the 3 nanometer and will also have been built by TSMC. A few interesting notes to kind of talk about. There are rumors that the Blackwell or the B100 will be Nvidia's first multi-chip die architecture, which is pretty interesting, something that AMD is already doing with the MI300. So what I'm very curious is to see how high of a performance boost we are going to see with this new style of architecture for the B100. So this is expected for quarter 4 of 2024, but most investors were probably going to hear a lot about it in maybe the first half of 2024 as we get the hype up built up for the upcoming generation in data center GPUs. Kind of continuing this AI wave and semiconductor wave, there are reports that Tesla is ramping up partnership with TSMC for Dojo supercomputer chip. So remember, Tesla is a huge AI company, and they have created their own supercomputer, the Dojo supercomputer, which is powered by their own chip, the Dojo D1 chip. So it does seem like Tesla is continuing to invest, and we heard from their earnings call that they want to continue to invest and make the Super Dojo a top performing supercomputer. Here with this kind of reports, it does mention that maybe Tesla is very bullish and does need a lot of computational power, so they're focusing on improving that Dojo D1 supercomputer. So pretty excited there. The final thing I want to take a closer look at are some news that came out maybe a few days ago. Intel does confirm that Meteor Lake comes to the desktop next year. So if you have been following Intel, Meteor Lake is their next generation of consumer CPUs. We've heard about it only in the laptop market, and it's expected to come out on December 14th, but it's been pretty quiet for the desktop market. But there have been some confirmations from an interview that Intel is coming out with the Meteor Lake for the desktop market. Remember, this is going to be the one that's going to be using Intel 4 manufacturing node. It's also going to have an NPU to help with AI workloads, and Intel believes this is going to be a huge shift for the consumer client market. So that's all I have for semiconductor updates right now. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Take care, have a good day, and see you next time.